So, same questions then to you. So, let's put you in frame. There we go, so I can see you. So, tell everybody, what are your main business goals for 2015?
Well, my main business goal is actually this year, guys, we turned over £500,000, £550,000, just short of £600,000 in 12 months. And that blew me away because last year wasn't one of the best years for retailing. Now, because of the K-Life and the volume that's being created, I know as a team we can double that. And I want to do a £1 million turnover by the end of this year, and that's as a team. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to work closer than I've ever worked with the team before. So that really is my one goal, and that's my focus and drive for this year regards Clean Easy. I do have other goals, but they're outside of this business. There are other things that I want that are irrelevant to this webinar tonight.
So £1 million turnover, we can do that. We can do that easily. So, what are you going to do different then to this year that you didn't do last year?
Well, the one thing I'm learning so far from the couple of people I've sponsored this year is that in the past, I haven't worked very closely with new people until they've proved themselves. Oops, are we still here? Good, because my screen went dark. Okay. In the past, I haven't worked closely. You know me, I'm not cutthroat, but a spade's a spade. You do or you don't. It's black or it's white. There is no grey area sometimes. And that can be a bit tough on new people. And what I've found is working with new people more on Skype and building that relationship helps them go that bit further, helps them stick around that bit longer till they realise what they have their hands on. And it's the new people coming through that's going to build this business. I've always believed that. New blood is the lifeblood, and that goes for everybody. So if you want your business to start growing, you need to start bringing in new people, because there's so many people get comfortable, get stuck in a rut, that they don't grow until something happens, until something triggers that growth in them, whereas new people are fired up and excited. So the thing I'm going to do differently this year is spend far more time working with new people to get to know them, rather than just focusing on my own business and driving it forward myself.
There's a smashing saying, isn't there? It's far easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think we all ought to go into permanent labour.
Yeah, definitely. Your PSG is where your gold babies are born.
Exactly. We'll go into permanent labour. So, what do you think will make the biggest difference in your business this year then?
Right. Well, last year I didn't really have a plan. When you get so far, you get into a position where you just do what you do. You know, like when you're driving and you know what you're doing and you just do it in your sleep. And I said earlier, you're working in your business, but not working on your business. Well, that's what I did very much last year. I just kept it ticking over, late mornings, early nights, considering what I was doing when I actually grew my business. When I was driving my business forward, I was getting up early and I was working till midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, because I wanted to grow my business. Nobody was making me do that. That was a choice. So please understand, if you're listening to this webinar thinking, oh my God, do I have to work till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning? No, you don't. Not unless you want what you really want. And then that's up to you how much time and effort you put into it. Yes, I burnt the candle at both ends, and I intend to do that this year. In fact, I've no choice but to do that this year. In fact, if I look at my diary, since the 1st of January, I haven't had a single weekend at home. Cal hasn't seen me for God knows how many weekends, and she won't until the beginning of March. But we discussed this, and that's not just because of Clean Easy, it's because of other things, the other goals in my life that I want to achieve. But I've made those choices so that we can have a better life. So basically, what I would do different this year is I've got that more focus, I have a plan of where I'm going, I know what I need to do, and I'm not going to let things stop me from doing it. So that's where I'm different this year. I'm not just meandering, I'm driven, I'm focused, and I know where I'm going.
And can you see anything that might prevent you from completing this?
I know exactly what might prevent me. Like I say, I have other things going on. Army cadets, I've got a passion for. Before Clean Easy, before building my own business, I loved adventurous training, the outdoors, camping, walking, rock climbing. I loved all that sort of stuff. But when I joined Clean Easy, I made a sacrifice to give all that up so I could build my business. And after 12 years in Clean Easy and driving my business forward, I decided I need some of that more in my life. So I joined the Army Cadets, and that is taking up a lot of my time, spare time around Clean Easy, but that's why I joined the business in the first place, so that I could have choices and do the things I want to do. But I also know that Clean Easy is the vehicle. I aren't where I want to be in life yet, and Clean Easy is one of the vehicles that is going to get me there. However, in order to have that balance in my life, I also need the Army Cadets and that adventurous side as well. So all I need to do to stop things getting in my way is be more structured, more organised, more planned than I have been in the past. Because I'm a sanguine, organisation is not my favourite subject. Fortunately, Cal, my fiance, is very organised, and working together, it really helps us move things forward. When I'm going off track, she puts me back on very quickly. All right, so it's great working like that.
Question then. As a team, what can we do to help you to stay on plan and to help you achieve your goals?
I think as a team, I think the leaders in the team need to spend more time teaching their people how to be independent rather than dependent. And I think that's come from me, because I tend to spend more time trying to take control and run the business rather than letting people run it for themselves. However, they need to learn how to run it, so they need to be more proactive and asking their sponsor, asking their upline, how can I make my business more efficient? What can I do to help myself in order to help you? Because we do want to help you, but you need to be able to help yourself as well. So like yourself, Karen, and Andy and Sue, and Margaret Gray, and the people, and Debbie Blanche, those people, and Dave and Maggie, who's definitely building businesses, need to be driving your own businesses forwards for yourself, however being available for your team if they need you, but deciding who are the people you need to work with, rather than you can't work with potential. Loads of people have potential, but unless they're actually working on that potential, there's not a lot you can do. So you need to drive your own business forwards and find the people to work with.
Yeah, and just on another point, that for the team builders in the team, I think it would be a really good idea if you allowed me and Kev to help you to work with your team. Like, let us listen into your calls with your team members, see if there's any way we can help you for promotion of events, and for getting them on getting started webinars, for getting them on our webinars. I think it'd be good for us to work with people that are team building, to listen to you doing your calls. Kev said his main business goals. I've said mine. You've heard what Emma wants to achieve. Go and take yourself into a room that's got a mirror. Go and have a look in the mirror, and go and tell that face that's looking back at you
Pen and paper, just what you should have. Please just quickly write these down. Okay. So first of all, when it comes to planning, you can only plan something if you actually know what it is. Okay, it's only possible to plan if you know what it is you want. First of all, what is your aim? What's your purpose? What do you want? What time do you have available? And be realistic. Okay, think about what commitments you have and what time do you actually have available. What resources do you have to hand? Do you have people that can babysit for you? Do you have trainings you can go to? Do you have books you can read? CDs you can listen to? What things do you have available that will help you achieve your goals? So think what it is you want, and what do you have that's going to help you get there? What changes are you willing to make, if any? Okay, what are you willing to do to achieve your goals? What are the potential obstacles that could get in your way? What are your solutions to each of those obstacles? Don't focus on the problem, identify the problem, but focus on the solution. What can you do about those obstacles? What else may stop you? Once you've dealt with those problems, what are the other problems that might arise from the solutions? And what can you do about them? And never ever sacrifice your training, your coaching, your education for anything else. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And that's it. If you look at those points when you're looking at your goals and planning your year, because you need to think about where you're going and how you're going to get there. And remember, you always need to start with the end in mind. Okay, you always need to start with the final product and plan backwards.